Hey guys, it's Chris from Hunt 49. Been wanting to do this video for a while. One of the questions we get asked the most, and one of the questions I see online the most, is how do I fly with a gun? It's something that's really not that big a deal after you've done it a time or two. But just thought I'd go over some of the basics and hopefully take some of the question out of it if you're doing it for the first time this year, some of the fear, and encourage you to reach out and hunt some new places this year. So the most important piece to this puzzle, of course, is your gun case. You need a sturdy, locking gun case. I prefer aluminum, some type of metal. There are some hard plastic cases that are okay, but it's got to be sturdy. I have literally stood at the gate and watched other flyers be denied entry because the gate agent could twist that case enough to see a little crack in it even when it was locked, and they would not accept it. This is my personal case. I've had it probably 25 years. It's a Cabela's brand. I'd be very surprised if this particular one was still available, but you get the idea. If your case has spots for 4 locks, you need to put 4 locks on it. Again, I've seen a hunter standing at the counter arguing with the gate agent. He only had 2 locks on his case, and the agent wanted to know why he didn't have 4. In that case, he was able to fly, but the goal is to make the process as simple as possible. So mine actually just takes 2 locks, and then it has these bars that cover the other spot. As far as your locks go, use a non-TSA lock. The idea there is TSA does not want their people to have access to the contents of your gun case. So you need a lock that only you have a key or a combination. When you arrive to the airport, of course, you want to have your gun case locked when you get there. You need to go to a full service window. No curbside check-in, no self-service check-in. And depending on the airline and the airport, they may even have a special window that says something like special services. So when you get up to the window, you're going to put your gun case on the scale just like you normally do your luggage, and go ahead and unlock it. The agent's going to fill out a little card and have you sign it stating that the gun is unloaded. Most of the time, they won't even glance at your gun. They just wait for you to sign it, place that card inside of the case, and then tell you to go ahead and lock it back up. After you lock your case and hand it over, here's where the procedure really varies from airport to airport. From this point, your gun's going to go to X-ray. They're going to scan it and make sure it really is unloaded. In Nashville, they will tell you to wait 15 minutes before you go through security. And if there's a question or a problem or they need you to unlock it, they will page you over the intercom. In Denver, they put your gun on a little cart and you follow them down to the X-ray room and wait outside the door while they do the X-ray. After they give you the all clear, you go on through security. In Missoula, they will actually ask for your key or your combination because, at least in my experience, in that airport, they go ahead and open it and do a visual inspection. So I'm going to go back to what I said in the beginning. Stay flexible, allow yourself plenty of time because it does vary quite a bit from airport to airport. While we're at it, let's talk about ammunition. Per TSA guidelines, your shells can be in the same locked case as your gun. I know a lot of people will pack them separately, just in their checked baggage, which is okay too. But TSA wants them to be in an original manufactured box. They do not need to be just loose inside the case or in a Ziploc bag. You might say that I am the manufacturer. I make my own loads. My advice would be find an original shell box. Get one from one of your buddies who doesn't reload. Um, Empty out some dove loads and pack them in that box. Our goal is to make the process as easy as possible, so we want to dot all the I's and cross all the T's. So you've done all that, you've gotten your gun checked, you've flown, you've arrived at your destination. You'll go to baggage claim just like you do for the rest of your bags, but your gun will not come out on the carousel where anybody could pick it up. Typically, there's a larger roll-up type door that things such as skis, guitars, golf clubs, and gun cases will come through. You should spot that fairly easily and just hang out. After someone brings your gun case out, they're supposed to ask you for ID and make sure your ID matches the name on your gun case. I have been able to pick mine up a time or two without showing ID, which is a little concerning. But if everything goes like it's supposed to, they should ask you for that ID. You take your gun case and your baggage and go kill some turkeys. That's all there is to it. And then coming home, of course, it's the same process, just in reverse. Couple of closing thoughts. I would recommend a double gun case, even if you only carry one gun. If nothing else, it gives you extra room for things like rangefinders, binoculars, knives, anything that needs to be in a check bag that you want a little added security for. And then maybe most importantly, if you're going to buy a case, I would buy one with wheels. I promise you, this baby here gets pretty heavy carrying it from one end of the airport to the other. Hope that helps. Good luck this season.